Hey guys, this is Youth Camp Video 2024. This is going to have all your information about Youth Camp. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. So let's jump right in. I don't want to make it any longer than it has to be. Just to go back over the dates, we'll be leaving June 30th, coming back July 5th. The cost of camp is $350. And the other things you'll need to know. So you'll be getting, besides this, in this email, you'll be getting this video. You'll be getting what I'm fixing to go through, which is the youth camp packet. And I think that's it in this email. And then I will send you a second email. So you'll get two emails. The second email will be signing up your student for camp. So when you sign your student up for camp, it's a jot form. You'll fill it out. On that jot form, it's going to ask for your leader's name, which mine is Dale Young, and my email. And my email will be on that on the email I send you. It'll be dyoung@emmett-church.org. You'll need to put that in when you sign them up for camp. So let's jump right into the camp packet. Camp packet. First things, contacts. So just a reminder for our students that aren't Youth Reach boys, there are no cell phones at camp. At all. I know, like Miss Janet, your Tiva is flying in and she'll have her cell phone with us, but she'll leave her cell phone behind at my house while we're at camp. But in the packet, my cell phone number, my wife's cell phone number, Xavier's and Lauren's cell phone numbers are all there if you need to get a hold to us. And then if there's an emergency, the camp number is also in the packet. Now, we do ask you, make sure it's like a severe emergency. If you call us and it's like let's say it's on a scale of 1 to 10, a 5 emergency. If we don't respond immediately, it's because some places at camp, the signal isn't always great. Or if we're in the worship center, sometimes we don't see it. But as soon as we see it, we will call you back. If it's a level 8, 9, 10 emergency that you feel like you need to get a hold of someone immediately, feel free to call the camp number and they will come find us and we will get a hold of you with that immediately. Again, no cell phones at camp. And just so you know, if let's say, we'll get into electronics in a minute. So then let's talk about the travel schedule. So on June 30th, putting this in my notes right now as I'm talking to y'all, we will meet at DJ Brothers where we have church at 8 a.m. We'll help them set up and then we'll leave for San Antonio. So Sunday is just going to be a fun day. We'll leave for San Antonio. We're going to have fun in San Antonio, stay the night in a hotel. Now, your camp money goes towards that. So the $350 covers your camp, your night stay in San Antonio, of course, travel expenses. And then you'll need money for that unless you feed them ahead of time for breakfast that morning, which will probably stop like at Buc-ee's, get gas, let them get breakfast. They'll need lunch money, which will be a fast food place. And then we'll have dinner that night at like a burger joint. So they'll have all 3 meals that day that they'll need money for. Monday, we'll get up and head to camp. So the goal is to arrive around 1 o'clock. The only thing they'll need money for on Monday will be lunch if they want lunch. We usually let them sleep in. They do, like where we stay at the hotel, there is a breakfast at the hotel, so it's free. We usually make one more stop at Buc-ee's in case there's kids that want to get snacks for their rooms at camp. You can bring your snacks from home as well if you want to do that. And then from Monday afternoon through Thursday, it's camp all day. If you want to see the camp schedule, just go to M3 Camp, where the Highland Lakes July 1st week. And it lays out like what we do every day at camp. Not that since you're not going to be there, I don't know that you need to know that. But if you want to know it, you can go to that website. And if you have trouble finding it, let me know. And I'll help you get that pulled up or sent to you. On Friday, which is the day we head home, we'll get up about 7 a.m., head home, arrive back at DJ Brothers around 11 o'clock a.m. We do ask for parents to be there. Our adults have been gone all week, so they're ready to get home. So please be there. Parents, have your cell phones on so that we can contact you. When we're about anywhere from an hour out, we'll probably contact you to tell you start heading that way towards DJ Brothers so that we can make sure we're there at the same time to pick up your students. That's pretty much it for the travel aspect. Rec color is yellow. We will provide each student with my battery's low. I'm hoping that this video makes it. We'll provide each student with 3 yellow shirts for rec. If your student wants to wear any more yellow, that they don't have to wear any more yellow besides rec. So we will provide each student with a rec yellow t-shirt for the week. And then if they want to wear more yellow than that, then that is on them. They don't have to at all. Camp tournaments, if your student would like to be in a camp tournament, there will be kickball, basketball, dodgeball, volleyball, and they'll do a 3K run. Those are optional. On the day that those on the days that those are supposed to happen, they will come to me and we'll set them up with a team for those tournaments. But again, it's completely optional if they want to be in those tournaments. Late night. So every night after worship, they have late night fun. This year there's 3 different ones. The first one is Texans night, where they this is optional too. They can dress up in cowboy stuff for like a Texas like party kind of thing. The next night they do a scavenger hunt. You really don't have to dress up for that. Anyone that wants to participate will be a part of the scavenger hunt at camp. And then the third one is silent disco, where they will participate in silent disco. It's really cool. Basically put headsets on, like you can hear the music in your ears, but nobody else can hear it. So like if you don't have headphones on, it's silent. Let's talk about packing lists. So the packing list is you'll have it emailed to you, but I'll just go over real quick. You'll need a Bible, notebook, pen. You'll need a book bag to carry these things in. Bedding. You can either choose to have twin sheets and a blanket, or a sleeping bag and a pillow for either, but whichever way you would prefer to go, twin sheets and a blanket or a sleeping bag for your bedding. Towels, I would recommend 1 like beach towel for swimming, and then 2 bathroom towels for the week. You'll need clothes. I would recommend 2 outfits a day. Usually I wear 1 outfit all the way up to dinner, and then I shower and put on a different outfit for evening worship. It just t-shirts and shorts is really all you need. It's gonna be hot. And honestly, most of the time, if I don't get nasty or sweaty that night, I'll wear that the next day to kick off the day. Swimwear, girls need to be either in a one-piece or have shorts and shirts on as they walk to the pool. We will swim in San Antonio, so make sure you have your bathing suit for swimming at the hotel. Toiletries, you'll need shampoo, soap, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, just the things that you need every day. You'll need a toiletry bag. I would recommend a refillable bottle. Again, last year was over 100 degrees at camp, so it's going to be hot. I'd recommend a hat, a reminder that your rec clothes will get messy, more than likely, sweaty at least. I recommend a trash bag that you put in your suitcase for dirty and possibly wet clothes, like your bathing suit and all. Because so when you leave the hotel, if you swim at the hotel, the last thing you want to do is put your wet bathing suit in your suitcase to go on to camp. Then all your clothes are wet, so then you can put it in the trash bag so they don't have to be wet. Suitcases, we're asking everyone to bring 1 suitcase, so we have plenty of room for everyone. Just 1 suitcase and a book bag for your other stuff. Let's talk about money that you will need. So there will be 2 lunches you need money for, 1 dinner. Again, we're stopping at Buc-ee's. That's optional if you get anything from there. The other things that, but the meals you will need money for. Other things you might optionally need money for. There's snacks at the gift shop or the concession stand there at camp. They do have a gift shop there, and then there will be merch tables. Like I know there's going to be a Project 1310 table, which is a missions table where if you buy the shirt or the hat, that money goes towards their mission outreach. I'm sure the band will have a table. There's usually 3 or 4 tables set up with people selling stuff. Again, all that stuff is optional. You know your kid and how much they need. If you want us handing your kid out money, so like let's say you send your kid with $100 and you're like, I don't want my kid spending more than $20 a day, then you need to send us the $100 and break it into 20s and tell us that, because if you don't, I'm just going to hand I'll hand your kid their money, and at the end of the day, they can hand it back. So if they spend $90 on the first day, I won't be monitoring that. So if you want it broke up, you can. However, if you allow your kid to carry a debit card or a credit card, they do take debit and credit cards at camp as well. The positive is, let's say your kid runs out, we're not going to let them not eat. Now, we won't be buying them sweaters and t-shirts and all if they run out of money, but we will make sure they eat on the ride home or whenever, because the only thing that they'll need for the ride home is we'll make one stop for gas, and they'll probably get snacks and stuff to make it on home, because we're gonna try to be home by lunchtime. Let's go over rules real quick, just so we're all on the same page. No PDA, no electronic devices, no phones, no iPads, no computers. If you need your phone there because you need a contact work, or you need your phone there, or you need your computer there because you have a summer class, we will accommodate that, but you will turn those things in, and when you need to check those things, you'll sit with us and check those things, and they'll come back to us. You will not keep them on you during the week, or they will be confiscated. But just a disclaimer, if you bring a phone because you need it because to check those things, or you computer or whatever, if it somehow gets broken or damaged, we are not liable for those things. So we recommend you leave them at home and don't bring them. Also, if you're bringing a laptop because you have a class, I will go ahead and tell you that the Wi-Fi is spotty at best. We can't control if you can or can't get on for your class. But if you have a class, we will try to accommodate and help you make those things happen at camp. Other rules: wear modest clothing. You understand what that means. If you don't know, we'll make sure you know, before you leave the room every morning. Bring an attitude of respect and patience. I don't think we'll have a problem with this. We expect this from y'all, and y'all know that. No pranks of any sort. We are not a group that believes in pranks. We're not going to do that. I don't think that we'll have an issue there either. Follow all the directions from adults. So even if an adult that's not in our group tells you to do something, we want you to obey it. If it's something you think that it's not right, you come tell one of us as adults, and we will go to battle for you and handle that. We will not expect you to handle it. We will handle it. No being in the opposite sex hotel room or dorm room under any circumstance. Girls should never be in boys' rooms. Boys should never be in girls' rooms. In fact, me and Michelle will never be in each other's rooms at camp or in the hotel, even though we're married. We will not do that. So we don't expect you to do that either. This is common sense. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, paraphernalia. Even if you're someone that usually carries a pocket knife, we're going to ask you not to bring it to camp. If you want to have a pocket knife on it yourself at home, that's awesome. We're asking you not to bring that to camp. No fighting verbally or physically, of course. Those are the basic rules. Just so we're understanding, if you break those rules, we can determine whether or not what it looks like for you to stay or not stay at camp. I have sent kids home from camp before. Again, I don't expect this from this group, but just parents, so you understand. If your child does something that determines he needs to go home, we will expect you to either come get him that day or financially accommodate where we can take him to the bus station and send him to you or her to you. Understand all rules. Camp has authority over us too. Again, I don't think this is going to be an issue, but just so we're all on the same page with those things. Only other thing I can think that you might want to bring is when we're at the hotel, when we're at when we're at campus stuff, there's a lot of time where we're just hanging out. If you want to bring Phase 10, Skip-Bo, cards, games like that you can keep in your book bag, we don't want to bring Monopoly, but anything that can fit in your book bag, I recommend bringing it. We usually have plenty of time to sit around and play games together. We usually bring those kind of games together and have fun playing them, so you can bring those things. If you're bringing them from your home, make sure you put your name on the outside of the box, because there might be 4 or 5 people that bring Phase 10. We want to make sure you get yours back in those areas. Only other thing I would say is, parents, we ask you to be the front line. So if your kid has a cell phone, before you let him out at church that Monday or that Sunday to go to camp, ask him to hand you your cell phone so we don't have to find it on them. Get the cell phone before we ever get there. Don't start us out with having to get on to someone. If your son is packing 5 cans of shaving cream but he don't have to shave, that's probably a problem. If you see balloons go into a bag, there's no reason to be bringing balloons. That could be a problem. So we just ask you to be a front line for us. Again, we think it's going to be a great year. We're excited about it. We're excited about the kids that are going. Again, there will be 2 emails. Both these will be coming out. I know there's a lot of information, so if you have any questions for me after the fact, don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll see you at camp, guys.